Good morning, it's Tony from Paranormal Investigation UK, again with you, looking at another piece of capture that's coming from the case that we've been running now for close on 3 months near Chester in Cheshire, England. The situation is, the date at the moment is the 9th of September. The last evidence that was captured in this particular building was the 15th of August. We're having to remove the cameras between Monday to Friday because they're looking to rent this empty room back out, and the owner went on holiday between the 23rd and the 29th of August. Then the following 2 weekends we had 2 captures, where one I dealt with on the previous video, number 165. This is 166, and this is relative to a light anomaly. I had a quick review of this a couple of days ago. It's actually was recorded on the 5th of September on the night, so it's just the weekend just gone. It does look unusual. This particular building does come up with some crazy and bizarre captures from audio to visual. None of them are too the same. I mean, I've never seen. I had a quick look on this on my smartphone a couple of days ago. Today's the first day they've had time to actually look at this. So it was taken on the 5th of September 2020, and that would be, I think, on the early hours of last Saturday, and it's 1:48, so it's almost 2 o'clock in Saturday morning. Let's go straight into it. We're going to split this up by looking at the visual first, and then looking at the audio second. So if we find no audio, that's fine. Excuse me. We'll go back to the visual side and see how we go from there. Let's get straight into this. So there are 3 cameras in this one. Just as a reminder, there's one here in the window ledge, which is where the cursor is moving. This camera that's picking this one up is on a kitchen counter at the other side of the room, which we've got the front area of the room, and there's a camera over here in that corner. It's completely covered, so if anyone comes through, the only doorway is here. This is exit and entry point. That camera will pick it up. So this is completely monitored all over this particular room. So if anything does occur in here, and there's somebody walking through the room, if it's somebody playing a trick or whatever, that camera would immediately pick them up. So let's see, get straight into this one now. I didn't start it at the start, doesn't help. Oh. Right. Okay, we'll keep following it all the way through. I don't know what this white area is here. It's right on the edge of the kitchen unit, so there's a rod there, but I think that's just dust. Yeah, it looks like dust, that one. Well, this looks like a little bit more interesting. The likelihood is after we've looked at the audio, which we'll do next, I'll put it in some other software and I'll actually be able to slow or if necessary enhance the video, so I'll be able to talk you through that process, which is quite simple. Okay, right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shut the footage down because I'm now interested in the audio aspects. I'm just using EQ, but I'm using it as a fairly as a volume control. I'm not using any EQ, it's completely flat. So I'm going to turn the volume up, make sure the system volume's up. Yeah, everything's on. Spectrum analyzer to the right there. Let's see if we can pick anything. Bit of crackling, that's just down to the microphone noise. Yeah, it's quite a crackling microphone, that one. What I will do, I'll just bring the visual pen just to see whatever this anomaly is, do we get a sound with it. That is strange. It's strange. Okay. No. Sometimes when you're hearing this sort of hissing, crackling, pareidolia can play an effect, take an effect, and your mind starts to hear words. I can reduce it a little bit. It's quite annoying. Yeah, it's a real bad microphone on that camera. Right. Okay. Well, what we're going to do now is, there's nothing on the audio, we've got this anomaly at the beginning. There was something about 31-32 second, which I'm confident is just, but we can look at that in more detail. So I'm actually going to close Mixcraft Studio down, which is what I use for the audio, and I'm going to just simply use Movie Maker to look at this. Okay, that's a video we're interested in. Pop that there. Okay, just take a few seconds for it to prepare the file ready. Those of you analysing video, those that are on Windows operating systems, even on Windows 10, which is where they've stopped supplying it with the basic home edition of Windows 10, you can actually still get it if it's a freeware. And I'm on Windows 7, and of course with Essentials, where Windows Media Player was bundled in, they've stopped it, so I was able to get out of this. It's completely free, and it's quite a powerful tool and easy to use for those that just occasionally need to analyse footage. So what we're going to do first is just go through, just reviewing. That's that one there. That's strange, and there we go again. Right. There's nothing else after, and I've got some that other anomalies picked up was stuff, so we just simply split it and we delete the area that we're not interested in, so we're just left with this bit. We know there's no audio that we're interested in beforehand, so we're not interested in there. So okay, that's the first one. There. Okay, go back a little bit, and as we do, we split it. get rid of the first section, say. So all's left now is just the capture. It really is strange. I can go back a bit further there with that one. To there. All we're doing is reducing the size to get rid of the bit that we're not interested in. 1, 2. Well, okay. What we do now with that is we copy it, paste it. You then go into video tools and you can increase different speeds of the footage. I tend to go for anything that's very quick to 0.125. As you see, the footage has got a lot bigger because the footage is now going to go an awful lot slower. So we basically just slowed the footage down. This might just give you a few more clues to what to look for. Right, so I started from there. Again, we can do what we did before. We can shade parts of it to reduce the size down if we need to. There's the first bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, go there, split it, get rid of that. I will try it on big screen in a second once I've edited the actual footage itself. There we go. Well, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to think what on earth that could be. Okay, see if we can edit it a little bit more. That goes there. So we'll split that. Just really well, I'm just getting through the areas that there's nothing present. There. Go back. Remove that section. I think we're just taking off the wrong bit of that. Okay, so you've seen what I've done there. Just question, just going backwards, using a little blue arrow there. Quite easy done when you're having to make a number of edits. There's the next one. Get rid of that. Yeah. Right, let's look at that now from the beginning. This will be normal speed first. There we go. Okay, let's look at it full monitor size. It's very quick at normal speed. That's certainly what triggered it. Here we go, slow it down. Look carefully when the the object hits the light. The room lightens there. You see how the room's got a lot lighter. That is white. That's white. It's reflecting light back off the infrared, and that's the reason why the room goes brighter. Because obviously reflecting the infrared back of the camera, and it's obviously the room going to look lighter. And that. So, what that reminds me of was a piece of paper. The difficulty is with this sort of capture, we don't actually know how far or how close that object is. It's possible that someone could have entered the room, kneeled down, crawled across the floor, across this area. I would have still expected at least one of the cameras to pick that up, if all three cameras are there, which is one of the questions I'm now going to ask. So it's still possible that there is fraud involved here. Someone's come down there. Now, I've been in this room, and in the corner here, there is a definite area. You could lean into the corner, and the camera wouldn't pick you up because the camera's pointing outwards. You get something in your hand, and you simply just wave it about. The speed is interesting because you can imagine getting a piece of paper in your hand and waving it around. That possibly could happen because the corners are like, you know, they're not sharp corners, and both of them are the same. So the room goes dark there then. There we go, quite quick. Someone holds a piece of paper. I'm just wondering if this is fraud. Okay, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. The room should be completely clear. The building itself should be clear. It's but we've had a real load of weird stuff in this building, and it tests your sanity at times. We're dealing with something which is genuine phenomena. I will go back to the owner. I'll talk to him in detail over this particular situation. Have we got all three cameras back in his room? It was taken. He tends to put them on Friday night. This was taken Friday at 1:48. If you've got any ideas, please comment in the box, because I'm really scratching my head with that. But it's so strange and bizarre. And the other, the main area of the object, is simply out of the camera's view, which makes me even more suspicious. But I don't know. I really don't know. This is really, really strange. Right, okay. Any comments you've got, any ideas you might think this is, please send an email, contact us via Facebook, or just drop a note in the comments box. Okay. Thank you.